Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 41st and final installment of Bull Sitting on TSWS Gaming for the year 2022. This week, we're supposed to be talking about the end of the year and what we're looking forward to, but the FTC continues to make a case for Jim Ryan as the executive of the year, so we're going to have to discuss that first. I'm your host, Loke7, and joining me today is the lovely Cozy Beluga, the incomparable Ham Solo,
Yo.
and drum roll. Hi, I'm Cells, our special guest to close out the year. So before we start, we do have some we just 2, 3, simple questions for our special guest Cells. So the
This
questions
is the part where he digs into your
as follows.
chest. This is the part where he digs into your chest a little bit. Get prepared.
Oh boy.
Get prepared.
Ham,
I'm nice
my
on behind them
buddy.
sticks. Loke is
Loke
a
is a
different
mess.
animal.
Loke is a monster.
He is a jerk.
I'm nicer.
He is a jerk. He is a jerk.
I
Just wait
am
till he gets a
nicer.
yeah.
I'm
He's a jerk.
nicer.
He's from Texas, so he's a jerk.
Yeah.
Notice how they keep cutting me off, Cells.
I've been to Texas.
Decide
Everyone there
from
is
that
super nice.
interaction. Decide who's the good guy and who's the bad guy. All right. So Cells, please tell us what's the best game of all time in your opinion and why. That's the first one.
Halo.
Oh damn! No hesitation.
Oh, and why?
Because it's a staple of my youth. It's gotten me through really hard times. And it's the one game that connected me and my friends together. Always, from childhood till now.
Okay. Valid.
Yeah.
Valid. The second one is, what is the best console of all time and why?
Xbox.
Which one? The first one?
360 for me. Only because I have a
Okay.
personal connection with that one during that time. Halo 3 during that time too, so.
Yeah, Loke, take that.
Yeah.
Take that. Take that.
Okay.
Take that.
Okay.
I noticed the PS5
She's
is
not
backing,
slurring
so.
at all.
Yeah, right. She noticed your PS5, bud.
It is
Didn't
a
you say?
coincidence.
Didn't you say you're gonna put that
it is-
Xbox box over there? Why is it still sitting in the closet?
Yeah.
Dude, I am busy.
Oh wow!
alright?
But he is wearing a red tie, so at least he's mixing it up just a little.
He's so busy
Almost
that he
a
can't
blue
pick up
tie.
a 1 pound box.
Okay, so last question. Cells, what is the best current console and why?
Damn.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm trying to think.
Okay.
I'm not. I can't pick. I can't pick. I can't pick between them. Like
Well,
I have both,
There's
and
no
I
sense
both.
in it. This is not behind them sticks. No, this is not behind them sticks. You have to
Oh no.
pick Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox. Ellen, for 1 year,
I'm gonna
you
pick
can pick
Xbox.
only
I
one
just
of those
got my
consoles,
Xbox
and you're
Series
only
S.
gonna get the exclusive, no third party.
Well,
So Xbox.
yeah, I'm gonna have to pick Xbox because that's where I primarily play. My first-person shooters. So Series S, I just got it for Christmas. So,
You know,
but no shade
I
to
think
PlayStation because I play the crap out of that too.
I know Loke is getting in his feelings right now. Look at him. He's in his
I think
feelings.
I think when guests go to behind them sticks first, we need to vet them because Xbox 360, Xbox Series X. I'm like, what? What's going on here? All right, it's cool. I'll take them L's. Before we go to the
I
chat,
love PlayStation though. Don't
real
worry,
quick,
I respect PlayStation.
Cool. I mean, if you're here, you're cool. You're a cool gamer, so it's fine. Real quick, I just want to address last week. Ham Solo, you were right. Godfall did not go to Game Pass.
I know.
I'm gonna take that L on chin.
I'm proud of you for coming back here. I'm proud of you for coming back here and letting everybody know.
I was thinking about doing it on Twitter. I was like, no. I need to do it on Bullsitting Live with everyone watching. So yes, I did get that wrong, everyone. I am a god, but I am flawed. I am
Oh my
a
God.
flawed god. Let us move on. Before we
Please.
start going into the whole FTC thing, let's go to the chat real quick. Brooklyn
Yeah,
Breed
hit that
GC,
like button,
welcome,
y'all. Subscribe if you're new.
subscribe, like, subscribe, share, shit post, whatever. Spicy Basil, welcome. Stank Moss, what
Spicy.
up? Cult Classic, what up, homies? Chilling. It's the last show of the year, so you know what? I've been buttoned up all year. I'ma chill for the last one. Spicy Basil says New Year is always a good refresher. It's like a patch update to life. Sure. Okay, so greetings. Oh man, TSWS calling me a pony. Whatever.
I'm just spitting the facts, dog.
Well,
Yes.
I'm just happy
she
that
fell off.
TSWS just corrected that I actually live in Africa. So yes, thank you. Right. Let's get into it. Actually, before we get into the shenanigans of the FTC, Chile, or with the correct pronunciation, Chile, approves the Microsoft Activision Blizzard acquisition. Not Chile, all right? It's Chile or Chile. One of the two, just not Chile, all right? Pronunciation matters, guys. The Fiscalia Nacional Económica, Chile's market regulatory institution, announced its decision to approve the acquisition of the Activision Blizzard by Microsoft. Cells, tell us, how do you feel about
fell
this
off.
one?
I gotta go grab her real quick. So go on ahead and do cozy
Okay.
real quick.
Okay, just grab her softly. All right? We don't want to talk to HR. Soft.
You tripping?
Cozy, how you feel about this acquisition?
Um,
About Chile approving the acquisition?
I mean, I'd expect them to. It's the easiest thing to say. Like, I expect some of these places to, because they're, you're going to get a bunch of different responses because these are all different markets. So what's the
You're gonna get
what's the gaming market even look like in Chile?
it's definitely dominated by PlayStation at the moment, unlike Mexico and most of South America.
Wait, what? Most of South America? I thought most of South America was PlayStation.
Yes, most of South America is Xbox.
What, really?
Yes.
America.
Why'd you include South of Mexico in that?
Why did I do what?
You said most of South America and Mexico. What's Mexico got to do with South America?
Cozy, seriously?
She fishing for
I am
some
allowed.
issues.
I am allowed to mess up the locations of these countries that keep getting shoved down our throats. All right, it's a miracle I know where Mexico is. Y'all don't even know where Ghana is. So
Do you know where Ghana is? I had a teacher who made me learn all the capitals and countries that were in Africa. Do I remember them?
Note.
No. But I actually also know where Ghana is because I actually had to a Secret Santa from there.
Note. Yeah. I said y'all.
Oh, the other two.
Well, I had a professor who was from Ghana, and he was literally the best. I can't probably tell you exactly where, but I definitely had a lot of respect for my professor. He was a mathematician and he knew his stuff.
See?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We're proving you wrong.
Yeah,
you were wrong last week, and you're wrong this week. How does it feel to be wrong 2 weeks in a row?
Listen. Again, when I said y'all, I'm not even talking about the rest of the people on the panel. I'm talking about the United States of America.
Oh my God.
Oh.
I mean, if you guys, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if you were confident enough, but I would be willing to bet that 80% of your population, 80% of your population doesn't even know that Africa has countries. Like just talking to
Oh
people on the street, 80% of Americans probably think Africa is one country.
no, there's no
Oh
way
I'm
my
people
saying
don't
god.
know that.
The TikToks you guys share.
I
I'm just
feel
saying
like
the
you
TikToks
capping
you
right
guys
now.
share. I ain't capping. You if I
Thank
tell an
goodness
American right
Discord
now I
is
have a pet lion,
fighting.
they
Discord
believe
is
that shit.
fighting to keep him on the mic right now. It's fighting to keep you on the mic because you talking crazy. Anyways, we
See,
done with geography yet?
Stankmore agreed with me, so settle your ass down. Hey
Oh,
man,
one
talk
person. That's
to
cool.
Cozy. She's on the start. Anyway, Chile approved the acquisition. Cozy, you were saying you're not surprised with this?
I mean, you guys, is that like a big market for Call of Duty even? Can you hear
No,
me?
it's not. It's
So
not.
yeah,
It's not a big market.
this isn't going to change much for
Because
them. Probably.
later on in the article, the organization concluded that even if Microsoft decided to turn COD into an Xbox exclusive, Chilean players could still be able to play first-person shooters from EA, Take-Two, Ubisoft, and Epic regularly relevant for the Latin American
Anyhow, for anyone
region
else?
as it is for other parts of the world. As their consumer survey revealed that Chilean players would rather switch to a different game than change their preferred gaming platform. Ponies in South America. Ponies. Okay, so Cells, how do you feel about Chile approving this one?
I think it was inevitable, honestly. Little by little, everyone is grasping the fact that regardless of what each side is trying to, bring to light about why this is a good thing or a bad thing, it's just at the end of the day, and everyone is sitting down and taking the time to like understand what this acquisition would really mean. Um, everyone should be on the same page when it comes to being pro consumer with this decision. So as much as there's people that are, taking taking this and making it seem like it's all about greed and this and competition, yeah, but I just rather everyone understand that like let's make sure that this is for the actual players, regardless if a country is more prone to playing on a specific console. At point is everyone accessing these games, So I'm glad.
What about the
I
payers, though?
want this to go through. Huh? Sorry?
Oh, damn! You're going on the limb. You were actually rooting for this to happen.
Yeah, it's not like I could understand why some might feel that this is like a monopoly or they're here trying. It's just it's all a chess game. Like whatever is done on one end, they're always gonna have a buffer. So regardless if this seems like, oh no, like Xbox is here trying to like take over and this there's always going to be a buffer from either side regardless. And you know, people want to play online. There's of course, those with PlayStation there's a massive amount of people who are playing online on PlayStation 2, but Xbox in my opinion is truly known for that multiplayer experience. So the more people that can get on that, the better it would be for everyone. I'm assuming, unless I'm wrong. But I feel that it would
Wow.
be.
Okay. That I didn't think you were gonna come in strong like that. Okay, swinging. Spicy Basil says Xbox pushes crossplay more than Sony. Accessibility is key. Stankmore says, "Look at Loki about to go off." No, I am not. I
He
am
is.
not.
You know
Okay?
why, Salty? Because he wasn't able to embrace the greatness of God of War.
Oh,
That's a
Cozy,
sore topic.
Cozy,
Let's
Cozy.
go.
I thought
Okay,
we were
next
friends,
topic.
Cozy.
Oh no, the Hamothy. We have to listen to Hamothy. What does Hamothy have to say?
First of all, I love that Loke has his representation behind him in the corner right there. Although he says he is really tired of PlayStation because they don't recognize his country, or they recognize South Africa as the whole country or something like that. He's still out in the streets preaching the good word of the Sony ponies. Look at him. I mean, you see him in the last few weeks. He's been doing his thing. He's been standing up. Anytime I say something about PlayStation, he's like, "You're making me defend it," and I'm like, "Nah, dog. You doing that all on your own." But as for this deal, I'm what specific was the question? Like, am I looking forward to it going through, or is it just?
I want to
chilling?
add something real quick.
Sure,
Hold on.
go
I
ahead.
just want to add something real quick. So going back to the article, to decide whether or not to approve the Microsoft Activision Blizzard acquisition, the organization gathered various data and conducted a consumer survey among Chilean gamers. The organization conducted two analyses, a horizontal one to assess whether the acquisition will prevent other developers from competing with this new entity, and a vertical one to judge whether Microsoft could prevent other platforms from offering games developed by Activision Blizzard. None of the studies yielded negative results for Chilean gamers. Go ahead, Ham.
Okay, so can you repeat the question back specifically? Because it's been a long time since I even heard it.
Oh, okay. So basically, Chile approved the Activision Blizzard
Right.
acquisition, and the question is, what are your thoughts on this?
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I kind of sided with Cells on this one. I think it was inevitable a little bit. It seems like, as you were saying earlier, a lot of South America is rocking with Xbox and whatnot. So I wouldn't be surprised to see more areas in South America, start to approve this deal and stuff like that. And from what I heard, I mean, don't take this like word for word, but like, didn't somewhere in like Japan also approve part of the deal or something like that? I want to say.
Not confirmed. It's not confirmed.
It's not confirmed. Okay, that's not confirmed yet.
It's
But you know what I'm talking about.
yeah. Someone has a source that says that it's been approved. They just haven't announced it officially.
Okay, but yeah, I mean, I'm happy to see that happen in Chile. I hope this whole deal goes through. And I no, well, listen here, Cozy. I had Rome Go Large on my channel yesterday for Behind Them Sticks, and he is PlayStation. Like he really likes PlayStation, and he's been smashing on Xbox a little bit, but he does have history with it. He's had the Xbox One. He has a One X right now. He's just waiting for a reason to get an Xbox. Very much like Stankma in the past, remember? And he was and he was saying, I don't care about this deal either way. And then I told him, like, it'd be cool if they had this deal because then Xbox don't have any excuses. And then I think like the Sony pony kind of raged up in him a little bit, and he's like, you know what? That's right. Go on ahead and have this deal because he's secure with what PlayStation can do. What's weird is PlayStation isn't secure with what PlayStation can do. This is so it's like a weird situation going on.
It's a bar fight. The wife is very secure in her husband. The husband's like, I don't think I can do this. The wife's like, no, you can beat his ass. The dude's like, nah, I don't think I can take him.
That's pretty much what it looks like from the outside looking into me. But he isn't the first person that I've had on the podcast that's been a big PlayStation fan. I had Jack Move Johnny on, Jay Bari. None of these people care if the deal goes through or not. In fact, it seems like almost that they want the deal to go through just so Sony can make something more groundbreaking. And a lot of these people are looking for something like SOCOM to come out and take over a Call of Duty or something like that. So I'm looking for something like that to happen, and I'm really excited for this deal to possibly go through. And I'm
Let's
specifically
go to the
excited
chat.
just so Xbox has no more excuses. That's why I'm excited.
Okay. Cult Classic Cage, bringing the fire, says, I don't mind this acquisition because Activision is a garbage company anyway, but consolidation in the industry does destroy it. The film industry proves that. In the 80s, there were like 40 or so film production companies. Now there are only 4 major film production companies, and people wonder why movies are more garbage than ever before. Movies from the States do be trash though these days. It do be like that. Bushido says I can hear Locke got his window open in the motherland. Whatever, dog. Mad Max Gabe says smart folks over there in Japan, smart folks over there in Chile for the Xbox. Classic Cage closes with I don't care if the deal goes through or not. I just want it to happen soon so we can establish where the gaming industry as a whole is going. Industry that gets big money into it goes to crap. It's only a question of how long does it happen. Okay, so we're done with Chile. On to the second part of the acquisition talks. The FTC, in its Phase 3 administrative decision opposing the Microsoft Activision merger, defines the high performance console market as Gen 9 systems like the PS5 and Series X and S. Since the Switch is technically a Gen 8 console because it launched in 2017 and lacks comparative power akin to its competitors' new hardware, Nintendo is not included in this market. I feel we're going to be on this one for a minute. So let's go to the chat real quick. SOCOM capping in the chat. 3-bit, welcome. Like, subscribe, share, etc.
See, as soon as I say SOCOM, somebody in the chat's gonna say something. You know?
Yeah.
Especially
Bushido,
Stinkma.
no, Bushido, I will not be reading that. 3-bit says, good looking panel. Hope y'all have an awesome New Year's. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, so let's start with Cells. Cells, what do you think about the FTC doing what Sony's been doing and what Sony fanboys have been doing, which is moving the goalpost? Literally. How do you feel about this one?
I feel it's definitely something that is way beyond what we're knowledgeable about. It has to do. I don't think it necessarily has to do with, you know, this this company acquiring this, for only purposes of content pushing out. It's definitely more of, you know, making sure that it's always going to be a competition. One company's always going to want to be the shining star, person on top. They want to be the one that, um, and I just feel that this is being done more now because of the response that it's getting from us. Like, if in any kind of situation in which where, there's this sort of battle of, you know, this company shouldn't, this company is only gonna have, they're only gonna benefit more. They're gonna, it's also because they're trying to gain that security within their company as well. Like, for example, it's like, okay, I always get confused with this part because it's more than just when they decided to go and sue, right? This was already something that they already had planned even before it was it was decided. Once they said, okay, if everyone starts approving this and approving that, they already had that piece already moved to that. So everything is already every step has been planned 2 steps ahead before we even knew. So I just feel that regardless of such, it's gonna end up being what it's intended to be. So all of these little extra moves of moving the goalposts and going to court and doing all of these things are things that were expected because that's procedure for this process. But regardless, it's gonna end up being in favor of what was originally entailed, which is the approval. And I hope that made sense. But I just want everyone to, I just want, like, from what I've read, and I know I have light years of more knowledge to gain out of this whole situation, but for every moment that something has been, displayed or an article came out, this and this person, it's like, it was obvious. So I hope that makes sense, but this is always like, like, in a sense, like they knew what was going to happen. So just playing these cards so they don't seem like they're not doing anything. That's how I feel about it, if that makes sense.
It makes sense. Makes sense. I would like to push back, but let's hear from everyone else. Cozy, what are your thoughts on the FTC saying Nintendo Switch is not even a real console?
It's kind of funny. I mean, because the more clear, it's easy. It becomes a silly argument to make once you start making more clarifications. Because I mean, if you look at what most people are playing, does what most people play even require that much power?
In
Yeah.
reality,
Go ahead, Sels. Go ahead.
oh, I no, I just
Most
feel that
population.
I just feel that with um I just feel that with this whole situation and this whole acquisition, it depends on the market, of course. But also, are we really here, taking the time to understand where the majority of players are playing with Call of Duty, in a sense, or the fact that Xbox didn't have anything, you know, really substantial this year for us to feel. And I know that's why a lot of people have been against this because it's like you already have all of these studios and still nothing is coming out. And then now you're trying to acquire a big studio for an insane amount of money. How can we trust that you guys are going to push content out with this, or are you just using Call of Duty as a buffer? Like, it's just hard to tell. So 2023, it's definitely going to be that year where they make or break. If not, then it's not going to be good. And I can't lie. PlayStation is looking very nice for 2023 already. Especially after the Game Awards, the way that they presented, I called it the PlayStation Awards because clearly it was just like, we did have some third party, but I just hope that this silence now is to the beginning of a 2023 where Xbox can actually, show out, and the acquisition coming through as well. It's gonna be a good hit. I just hope that's the case.
I mean, but the acquisition is, we already know the acquisition isn't about Call of Duty.
Yeah,
Um,
they just highlight
so
that more.
the bigger, and that's not even the biggest gain for it. But what? But the whole thing is separating this out into, because all games are competing for our time and competing for our money. And for many people, a sale for one thing is going to be not sale for anything. But if you look at all the most popular games overall, they aren't expensive games. They aren't games that require a lot of horsepower, because you know what? You want most people to play them. So it's not about how powerful, that whole idea that it's like about like what's most powerful is like silly.
Let's go to the chat real quick. Nelson says Switch is a handheld. So I'm guessing he agrees with this. Nelson, the issue with this one for me is if Switch can be discounted because of a technical difference that it has with the other console, then can we discount the Xbox because their analog sticks are offset? It's just like another technical thing that someone could just argue, and then where are we at this point? Okay, fine, then let's not count any of the consoles and let them do whatever they want, because they're all selling products that are technically different. Anyway, Matt, Ham, jump in real quick.
So the main thing or the issue at hand here is that this console, the Switch, is supposed to be like for kids, right?
No, the main thing, and I will read it again.
I'll say, because that's old news.
Nelson saying that made no sense. Exactly, Matt. It makes no sense. The Switch is a console. If you're going to use the specs of the Switch to say that it cannot be counted as a rival to PlayStation and Xbox, ignore its market share, ignore its exclusives, then let's use the specs as well, because these are specs, bruv. Analog sticks, they're specs. The same thing, technically speaking, specs are anything to do with the design of said product. So if the chips inside the Switch can be used to declassify it from an entire industry, then fuck it. Until Xbox gets proper analog sticks, declassify them. And if that's not good enough for you, bro, go talk to Jim and the guys at the FTC. You guys clearly got them in the pocket. Ham, going back to your question. Since the Switch, and I'm quoting, let me just quote what they said on page 6, because I think that'll be easy. Of these three console makers, PlayStation and Xbox compete in a high performance segment that includes only the most technologically advanced and capable consoles. In November 2020, both Microsoft and Sony launched their current generation of consoles, the Series X and the Series S collectively, and the PlayStation 5 and PS5 digital edition consoles respectively. So point number one, Nintendo hasn't launched the console since 2020. Stupid classification, in my opinion. Point number one is because Nintendo hasn't launched anything. So if Xbox hadn't launched the Series X and they were buying Activision, oh, no problem. No problem. Buy everything you want because your console is not 9th generation. Idiots. Idiots. Next point. Xbox Series X and PS5 console. I'm quoting here from page 6 of the FTC report, guys. This is not me here. Xbox Series X and PS5 consoles are the only high performance consoles available today and are considered to be in the 9th generation of gaming consoles. In contrast to Nintendo's most recent console, the Switch is not a 9th generation console. The Nintendo Switch was released in 2017 in the latter half of the 8th generation gaming console, which had begun in approximately 2013. The Nintendo Switch also has lower computational performance, more in line with Microsoft and Sony's 8th generation console. So the whole argument, the entire argument here is Xbox, stop releasing consoles, you can buy whatever you want. Ham, go ahead.
I think that sounds goofy because the PC's been killing these consoles for generations.
But that's a PC. It's not. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's true.
They're discounting PC. They're basically discounting gaming devices that aren't the gaming devices that they want, and that seems silly.
Gaming devices that are, most broadcast out, because majority of the time, like, people who are playing on PC, you won't know until they tell you, like, well, that's when I know from when I play, like, multiplayer online and stuff, since Xbox is all about crossplay. The majority of the time, when I'm in a party with people, maybe almost half are on PC. So if we're going to take into consideration of all the players within this scope, I could definitely say that PC players are definitely up there. Their prevalence in gaming for sure.
Absolutely, but what was that? Like, we can talk for generations how these consoles have been different in performance and stuff like that. Like, I mean, this is this is the definition of reaching, in my opinion, for just like for straws. You're just looking for anything to stop this acquisition from happening, and you're going at Nintendo's neck when they got when Xbox literally just said, "Yo, we'll make a Call of Duty for them." Switch can run Skyrim.
Damn.
Switch can run Skyrim. They have Ark that just got an update on Switch. Ark Survival Evolved. I'm not saying that these are the places to play these. Like, in my opinion, would I want to play Skyrim or like I got The Witcher on my Switch? Do I want to play it there? Not exactly because of performance, but I'm one of those people that are kind of into that kind of stuff. Not everybody is. My mom, my mom is in her 50s. She doesn't give a damn if something's 720 or 4K. She does not care. So to say, yo, power, resolution, fidelity, all this stuff equals kids or people that don't significantly matter is pretty much what I'm hearing them say.
They're basically
That's
discounting
BS.
all the Switch fan base.
They're discounting anybody that doesn't want to spend top dollar on every single product. Which is like,
always
wow.
wondered that, like, we can sit, like, us as a community, I guess we, and not even me, because even I am still on the basics of learning, like, all of the specs and, things are like, what would be the best performance and that would fall into my budget. There are many people, especially with children or people who just wanted to start getting into gaming. They're going to just walk into a Best Buy and they're just going to, majority of the time, for example, like if it's a kid, they go up to their parents, I want to play God of War, right? Because God of War is slapped everywhere on ads and everything on the trains. Well, at least where I am. So a kid sees this and they're like, I want to play God of War. The parent's going to have no choice but to resort and buying the PlayStation because that, you know what I'm saying? So, but then when it comes to other games that are crossplay, it's not like the parent who has no knowledge of gaming is going to sit here and be like, which has the best specs? Which one runs at, like, they're just like, oh, mom, I just want to get this. And, it's just, that's why. It's just,
Minecraft and Roblox.
Okay, but to be blunt about it, guys. Cells, do you agree with the argument that the FTC is making? That Nintendo and consequently their opinion on this acquisition should be discounted on this premise?
That's wild.
No, because no, it shouldn't. They should be considered too, because if we're here,
because that's what we're talking about right now.
Okay, so the reason why is because this is affecting them, but it's not affecting them in a bad way. I don't know if this is the right thing to say, But if Call of Duty is going on there, and I don't mean to bring up Call of Duty again because I know this is not the only thing, but in retrospect, this is the thing that's been blown up the most. Nintendo is here we were gonna be able to run Call of Duty on a Nintendo Switch. That's cool. More people, the better. For our servers, for more access to more people accessing these games, because there might not be a person who can afford to buy an Xbox Series X or a PlayStation 5. So what? They're missing out on playing on a game. So if anything, yeah, they are in consideration into this deal because of the fact that becoming a part of being able to access the many games that maybe they weren't able to access before.
Look,
Yeah.
So I just like I don't feel that it should be completely excluded. Like, oh, you don't have anything to do with this, guys. Just sit here and watch. No, it's not
Look,
gonna be like that either.
Look, you know why they want to discount Nintendo's opinion? Because they benefit
Nintendo's
from
like,
the deal. They
go
benefit from the
ahead.
deal. Nintendo
Nintendo's
benefits
like,
from the
go
deal. So they don't
ahead.
want to hear anything from somebody that's benefiting from it. They want to
Yes.
hear
Yeah,
somebody that's
If Nintendo,
angry, somebody that's going to say, no,
Nintendo's here's
this
co-signing with
bad.
them, of
Don't
course.
do.
if Nintendo was against this, best believe they wouldn't be bringing all this stuff up. They wouldn't be reaching this far and impressing freaking Michael Bay with their reach. Let's go to the
And
chat
that's
They're
real
trying
quick.
to they're trying to tell us right now one of the oldest gaming companies of all time
Doesn't
that's
count for
still
reason.
around should not have an opinion on gaming. Make
If
that
anything,
make
they're
sense.
the head honchos. Like they've been up there. They know like at the like like they know what's going on, and if anything, they're just sitting down. That's the reason why I feel like everybody is freaking out, especially the FTC. Everyone's freaking out because they already knew. They were already 5 steps ahead of everybody, knowing that they were already in the room. They were already in back rooms discussing this before we even knew that they were going to go to court.
To be fair,
This
this
is
is
all
the first
chess
stupid
pieces.
argument that the FTC.
Yeah, these are all chess pieces that are being moved
it's just getting
2
messy.
steps ahead of what we knew. So
As expected. As
yeah,
expected. Okay. Let's let's move it along. Cozy,
Yeah.
do you agree with the FTC's assertion about the Nintendo Switch not being not being like relevant to the
Someone's already asked
discussion
this.
of the Activision? Oh, you did? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Ham?
Yeah, I was the
Did
last one to
yours go?
answer.
All right. Oshis, dude, we are financed by Xbox. We have to be PC, so don't make me read that. Okay, so now let's get
PC. He said FTC
let's
equals PS fanboys. That's what he said. There you go,
oh my
Loke.
god.
I mean,
Continue.
Okay,
Moving on.
so moving on from all these shenanigans, let's actually do what we're supposed to do on the show. Okay, it's the last show. It's the last show, and the Activision merger won't let go. Jeez. Woo. Okay,
and I feel like
Cells.
this is like the election when it was going on for 2 weeks. Like,
Yes,
wrap it
yes,
up.
Wrap that
yes.
shit up, B.
Wrap it up, y'all. Like,
Right.
Jeez.
like
Can we get to the money shot already? Mr. Jonathan, welcome. Man.
What?
Welcome.
pause.
What?
Big pause. Big pause.
Anyways,
Sir.
anyway,
Sir.
okay.
We all heard
Okay.
that.
Lastly, Cells, if you're a PlayStation shareholder, are you happy with what Jim has done with the narrative around this whole thing? Just wrap it up in a nice little bow. Are you satisfied?
I don't even think it's him really saying these things. There's always people in the back. There's always higher ups. If anything,
Wait
he's
a
just
minute.
gonna.
This guy's traveling to Belgium, and you're saying you don't think he's saying these things?
Okay. Of course, he's saying these things. Of course,
Okay.
he is in
Okay.
agreement to what he's saying, but it's not just his influence on this decision. There are people within that company who are going to get together and they're going to try to figure out the best way to gain advantage in this whole situation, and every single decision that they have made up until now is not helping them. So it's either they decide, all right, let's throw in the towel, or we're going to sit here and devise every single excuse to try to hold this from going forward as much as possible. And now it's already getting to approaches that seem kind of ridiculous, like not taking into consideration Nintendo. And two, I correct me if I'm wrong, but there was a case they were stating something about how Game Pass has negatively impacted PlayStation, and saying that since the release of Game Pass, like it has negatively impacted, and then they said the amount of years, and the amount of years that were said weren't even the amount of years that it was in existence, so it didn't add up. Like I feel like at this point they're just really frantic at trying to figure out what can we do to stop this? What can we do? When it's already little, like, just, the domino pieces have already been falling, like, just let it go.
She's saying just
And then at the end,
lay down and take
just
it.
chill, because at the end of the day, you still have your
Oh,
loyal
no.
fans. You still have great content that's coming out. If you're worried about a multiplayer, take advantage of Bungie. You know?
Take
But
They made
advantage?
Halo.
What?
Take advantage of Bungie. If you want to sit here and make a
Do it
competitive
again.
multiplayer game that will go against Call of Duty, you have all the incentives and you have all of the manpower to. For example, there was a rumor about them recreating Marathon. So if Marathon didn't exist, Halo wouldn't exist. In a sense. Like Marathon laid the groundwork for Halo. A lot of things that are in Halo are Easter eggs from a game that came out in the 90s. So if they were to take that, like me being a Halo player, me being on Xbox playing Halo, if I heard that PlayStation was working with Bungie to come out with a new multiplayer game along that title, I'm all for it. I'm eating it up. Only because I haven't a PlayStation and I would love to try it because of the fact that it's revamping a game that solidified a game that I am very into for many years. And it is rumors, they did say that they're working on something when it comes along those lines with Bungie, because Bungie is working on a new IP, and then rumors are saying that there are so many other things too that they can do. Like, shoot, imagine if they did bring back SOCOM. What if they did bring back like,
Resistance,
I'm trying to think what else.
Killzone,
Yeah.
Motorstorm. I
Oh,
mean, they have a laundry
yeah.
list of games that they could bring back and really get a
It's just they
rise
were
out of
too
people.
dependent. They were too dependent
Starting to
on
feel like
Call of Duty.
PlayStation is the Final Fantasy and Square Enix box.
And that's another thing too. You know how upset I was that when I was playing Final Fantasy X on Game Pass and I was like halfway through it, even though I already played it like a bunch of times, I still go back and play it because I love it. And then one day I wake up and I turn on my Xbox and it's gone. I'm like, there you go. What happened? We just deleted the game off of Game Pass. And then now, little by little, I've noticed, like, okay, now I know why. Oh, it's a bird.
games on Game Pass, they don't.
But yeah, it's just I just, as much as Sony can sit here and be like, oh, Xbox has nothing to show for. Okay, yeah, we get it. We understand. There's a lot of things that I even disagree with when it comes to where we are as an Xbox consumer. But I just feel like they're doing too much and not utilizing as much as they have. Because we have a lot too. Like Xbox has a lot too that they can utilize, and obviously, it's safe to say they haven't done much. But it just seems like for Sony, they're so successful, and it's still like they feel like they're not, like, they feel like they're not at like, I don't know, I just don't understand. I just feel like it's something more of well, it's always gonna be something more. It's always gonna be, battle of the bands. Like, Sony doesn't wanna look stupid, and I get it because you wanna keep that presence out there of being a strong competitor against Xbox, but it's like, "Okay, guys. You guys are good. We're like, let's focus more on making games and, you know, getting more people playing them. Whether it's on an Xbox, a PlayStation, and a Switch, PC, it should always be in the mindset that's gonna benefit for gamers and consumers, in my opinion."
Can we?
Cozy, if you're a shareholder for PlayStation, how do you feel towards Jim Ryan? Positive, negative, apathetic?
Positive.
Okay, okay. You want him on the poll. All right, Ham Solo. How do you feel about Jim Ryan if you're a PlayStation shareholder?
Well, in that aspect, I think I'd be happy because he seems to be fighting tooth and nail to
He's doing
to
exactly
stop
what he should be
something.
doing.
Yeah, exactly. So like, if I was a shareholder for that, I'd be like, hell yeah, keep going, keep doing what you're doing, bruh.
Yeah,
You
I feel
want-
okay, he's a good representation of what is like, he's been there, and he follows through with what he says. I can't deny with that. I also know that on Xbox side, a lot of people aren't really happy with how we're being represented. Just feels like not enough is being said. But I know that I just feel like we're being held back more and just staying silent because we don't want to come out and promise and make empty promises, and then again 2023 we're short lived. I think that they just want this acquisition to just ride out and finalized before we can really sit here and say, hey, this is what is expected, this is what we're going to do. you know just too much to sit here and pack all of these things and all of these promises, and then the moment one of these things fall through, it's just going to shine a light on either console, on either company, that they're weak, and that's what they're trying to avoid.
Okay. Let's go to the chat real quick. Infinite
The chat.
Umbra is making a
Oh,
joke about
Umbra.
neck. He said the nick, neck, and paddywhack. That's what PlayStation means.
Did you answer his question about the shoulders thing?
What shoulders thing?
The window and the birds.
Come on. I already. That was Bushido. Already answered that.
Oh, you date the same person. Hamothy, I'm ashamed of you.
Bushido,
Think acting like they're the same person.
Wait. Who was he talking about before?
Bushido.
I was just asking
He
if
said
he answered the
Umbra.
question. I was just asking if he
I
answered the
did.
question. Okay.
I did. Also,
Cool.
Bushido unsubscribed to our OnlyFans. I don't appreciate it, brother. I expect to see you
What?
promptly in January. All right. Sir X-Man says Twisted Metal would be the biggest one. Mr. Joanna Ducks, I also want Infamous back as a single player experience.
Oh yeah, Infamous. Bring back Infamous.
Sony had Dust 514, Warhawk, Mag. Yes, Mag. I liked Mag. Spicy Basil says PS5 is a single player console, in my opinion. Beautiful games for the couch experience. Demon Souls, yeah. I'm currently enjoying Ghost of Tsushima. I will try to knock that one out before I come back from where I'm going on the 20th, because then I have to start Cyberpunk 2077. Sir X-Man says he wants a new Colony Wars from Sony. Osh is talking about booty. Not gonna get into that. Nelson Gaming says Ryan doesn't want some of the world's largest IP to be dictated on cost, structure, etc. to be distributed by a competitor. Dominus, Phil Spencer needs to decide. Dominus? Dude.
My goodness.
Bushido
okay.
says
Let
that's
it go.
racist. We black people don't all sound the same. child, child. Usher says nothing wrong with that. Okay. So let's get into it. Cells, what game are you most excited for in 2023?
Well, I don't know if it is gonna come out, but they released a teaser for Metal Gear Solid today, I think. They're trying
Oh,
to
so she
I'm trying to
does have
see.
some culture.
Oh my
Oh
god.
Wait,
wow.
wait, what?
Talking about
Look,
Xbox
Disrespect.
this, Xbox
look,
that.
really?
Finally,
You animal.
But
finally.
of course, I'm just
Look,
excited for any game to come out for
It has to
Xbox.
be something that's actually
Like,
for Xbox. Did you
yes,
say for
Starfield
Xbox?
for sure. I
Did
just
you say
feel
for
like me
Xbox,
saying
right?
Starfield and Redfall every time. It's like, all right, there's gonna be other stuff that are coming out too, but just give me whatever you got, guys. Was it a tease? It's a
Okay.
rumor, no teaser. What the heck did I
Yeah,
read
yeah.
then? But
It's just a rumor. It's just a rumor.
wait a minute. Then what kind of article did I read? I read it on some. Let me see if I have it in my history. But anyways,
It says I'm
I
going
just
back to
want a
the
new
motherland.
immersive. I just want a new immersive um first player experience, good stories, Starfield and Redfall. I'll decide when I actually see it if I'm getting my money's worth. Um
come on, you guys.
um Armored Core 6. Like I'm trying to be with both consoles, like, you know.
He asked you which
So
game, and you're gonna name every single game coming out.
yeah, like that's
Bro,
why I'm
All
just
the
like,
games.
just give me the
are we
games
getting
and
out
I'm
the
just gonna
spreadsheet?
decide,
Welcome
pick
Nathan
from
Martin. It says Starfield. Nathan,
Pitfall.
share with us a game that is actually like announced that has a date. Right? Starfield is still like, a figment of our imagination. It's as real as Santa at this point. All right. We've seen lots of pictures. We've never touched him. So anyway,
Well, there's a
Snackmo
ton of
says
games without
Hogwarts.
dates, though, because even Spider-Man doesn't have a date either, and
People
that
are
could
like
be your
Fair,
most
people are
anticipated
fair,
game.
fair. Hogwarts. Okay, but Spider-Man hasn't been delayed 16 times. Snackmo says Hogwarts. I'm with you, man. That's for me. That's the game. That's the game next year.
Isn't
Sir
Starfield only
X-Man,
been delayed once, technically?
it was
dude,
once,
I'm, I'm
yeah.
I'm I'm exaggerating for effect. What is going on with you? 16? You actually thought I said 16, and then I
No,
literally
I
meant
just.
16.
Well, no, I thought you meant multiple times, but it's only been once, is what I meant.
Starfield 40.
No. I just meant that it might get delayed again. Okay,
That's
Nathan
what
is
everyone is
insisting.
saying.
He is insisting with Starfield. Stackmore says mid-fall. Yes, mid-fall. I'm so
All I
happy that it's
know is
sticking.
that I think as many people have been saying that Starfield is going to be delayed again. This is my crazy take, and everyone's probably going to be like, "What are you saying?" I think that game is done. I think that game right now is in its polishing stages, but I think it's done. And the reason why it was delayed was for other purposes other than the game not being ready. I think it's because when they changed, the price on the game from to $70, plus if they would have released the game when they said, it would have been up against God of War, it would have been up against Elden Ring, and to be honest, like, even though I can't speak on how that game, it would have been really hard for them to push that game out as that game of the year because there were so many other games that came out. So I feel like those games were pushed into the new year to take advantage of the price hike and also to take advantage of the upcoming year to see if they'll be on top when it comes to being game of the year. I just feel like everything is being pushed out because they want to pack out 23 more. And compared to releasing it during a time where we can all say that PlayStation was doing its thing. So that's what I feel.
Mr.
I
Joanna
feel
Dog
like this
says,
game.
Joanna Dark.
Mr. Joanna Dog says, if Metal Gear was announced, I would throw my wallet at the TV.
I
Bro,
can see that.
if they
Then you have to
if
buy
they
a new
announced
TV.
if they announced Metal Gear, I'm paying $100 for it. I don't give a fuck. I don't even care. I'm paying $100. Mr. Joanna Dog
$100.
says next month it starts with Fire Emblem on Switch and Dead Space. I don't have a Switch, so this
Why
won't
don't
be
you
a
have a Switch?
problem.
Because you're not a real gamer.
Ha!
You're a fake gamer.
Yes, Coach, I'm not a real gamer. Nathan Martin, you know what? Nathan Martin from now on is Mr. Starfield. Like and subscribe if you think Nathan Martin should be called Mr. Starfield. He says Starfield, according to Xbox, should drop by June next year. No actual date, but I have a release window. You have a release window. Right.
It does make sense for this
Um,
season though, because isn't it within that court? Like I don't know how it actually works, but like within those quarters when they release games, I don't know how. I forgot what that's called, but like people were able to like give predictions, and I think it was mentioned that it was expected to release during the summer or during the during the like close to the holidays because they want to bundle it with Xbox, like with an Xbox, just how like God of War did with PlayStation 5. Like they're
I
trying to
don't
do
think
that.
they're
That's what
bundling anything but Game Pass, though. I think that's their only
Yeah.
no.
bundle. I haven't seen
I
any other game come. I've never seen a game come with Xbox so far, unless it like I
well,
guess I'm
Master
wrong with that.
Chief,
I'm wrong about that.
the Halo
There was a
Infinite.
Call of Duty one recently too. There was a Call of Duty
Mhm.
bundle with the Series S, I believe, that was selling at
Yeah.
Target, maybe.
Yeah, and then, they had the Halo Infinite edition of Xbox Series X too, which in a sense
That was a different
is
Xbox, though. That was like totally different. It seemed like because it came with it came with the whole Halo theme.
Yep.
Where PlayStation's just selling literally the regular console with the game. That's
Yeah.
kind of what I'm talking about. So I think it's unlikely that they'll sell a bundle of Starfield with their console. I think they're more or less trying to get people subscribed in the Game Pass.
Or maybe
So
they'll
they're
do
going
the
to
same
give
thing
people a
they
free
did like
month.
Halo. Because the way that they've been pushing out the hype of Starfield, maybe they might decide to take that and do that same like process like they did with Halo, I guess, and maybe make like a special edition console or something. We won't know until it happens. We're just here making guesses.
Facts.
We're just making
Facts.
guesses of things we would like to happen.
But Loke, if I could, I'm going to answer your question on most excited game to come out.
I'd like
Huh?
to finish reading chat, if that's okay.
Oh, go. Oh, sure.
Oh, look at
Fine.
me. Let me
I
finish.
know. Loke,
Interrupt you.
go ahead and finish your chat, Loke.
I'm sorry.
We're here for them. That's all I'm saying. But okay. Umbra, you likely saw Tom Henderson's tweet speaking on a Konami producer saying they'll make many announcements next year sells. Okay. Matt likes games. Exactly. Not many games have dates. All right, fine. I've amended it. You can wish whatever you want for next year. Osher says, "Law is Metal Gear Solid is coming out. I bet you it's going to be a PlayStation exclusive, just like Silent." Well, I don't see any problem there. Nelson, Starfield will be holiday best case scenario. Matt likes games. Lamar, she said done, and I almost had a panic attack. Infinite Umbra, I'm thinking Starfield will be November 2023 release.
It's gonna be
that's more
2025.
realistic. Mr. Johnny Duck says I need a Switch. Dude,
You do.
I'll DM you my address and you can just do the doings. Nathan says they will do a Forza edition console for Forza Motorsport. They have every iteration of that game. Yeah, that's true. They have done that. Sir X-Man, they will make a custom Forza Motorsports console. It is a tradition since the beginning. Okay, just reiterating the point. Ham Solo, go ahead. What game are you most excited for?
Holla, shout out to my boy Vin Diesel. Ark, Survival, Evolve
Ah,
2.
no. No.
I'm here for it. Go on ahead and give me the smoke, chat. I don't care. That is my most anticipated game. Move
You act like
over
this is new.
Zelda.
He's been
Move
saying
over Starfield.
he's
Move
been
over
saying this is a game for
Spider-Man.
him.
Ark, Ark,
I would
Ark
rather,
all day.
I would rather the unicorn that is Starfield to Ark. Oh man. Seriously. For anyone that doesn't know, Ham forced me to play Ark with him. I downloaded a gigantic ass file. Took me like 3 days to download that thing. And I played it for like an hour. Ham Solo like gave me all these special armors and super leveled up, flying on dinosaurs and all types of weird shit. And it was just so boring. So boring. I don't even know.
That's because
how
I gave you all that stuff and didn't make you work for a goddamn thing.
Dude, even the base game is boring. It is so there's no cutscenes. There's no like
It's not a
ex-
Sony exclusive.
it's not
And
a
Locust
Sony
lost his
exclusive,
mind.
dog. No,
Loke
there
needed
is
some
no
story.
emotionally traumatized teenager that I have to deal with. There's nothing. There's nothing. No, no.
Well, Arc
that's
2, Arc 2 is with a story though. So I am very excited. Cuz to be honest, to be fair to your point of the boringness of a newcomer coming into the game, it is there. It is there. It totally is, especially if the person that you're joining has everything already. So then you are like, so what do I need to do then if you're giving me everything? Or even if you jump in and have no idea what you're doing, getting started in that game is really frustrating as well. So I mean, I get that. I get where people's frustration lies with that game, and that's why I'm super excited for the next one because it's going to have a story. It's supposed to have Souls-like combat in it compared to
Oh.
just basic swinging of like an axe or
Can
a
you still
pick
eat
or
your
a sword. Hopefully, get your teeth brown. You know what I'm saying?
What about Dead Space though? It's on the 27th of next month. That's something that
Ooh,
I would
Oh,
yes.
I don't care about that
remake.
game. I'm not gonna lie. I
Why?
don't care. I just beat the
Aw.
first one on my PC and I had a good time. I'm not dying to jump into that game just because my guy can talk now. And it looks pretty. Like it looked pretty on my PC. I'm sure it's not gonna look as pretty as it will with this new one. But I feel the same way that I do about that game that I did for The Last of Us. Like I beat The Last of Us, I did not need the new one.
Well, maybe it was because it was recent. So, because I haven't played Dead Space in years, so even though I was debating on playing it since it's on Game Pass, but then I was like, no, I'd just rather wait for the remake and relive it. It's all fresh, new. So I am for January that, and Forspoken for PlayStation. I guess like that's one
Stop
game
it.
that I.
Ain't nobody getting that game. Ain't
Why
nobody getting
not?
Forspoken. Ain't
Yo,
nobody
okay,
getting that
not for
game.
nothing. Not for nothing. I know a lot of people were
Hey,
hating on it, saying that it
Forspoken
looked like
is gonna be
shit.
game of the year.
But all I
Forspoken is
know
gonna
is
be
that
game of the year.
that's what a point of a beta is anyway, right? Like they put out a beta and they try to get feedback from people. You know, everyone was saying shit and maybe that's what's going to get them back to go and fix these tweaks and Forspoken should be forbidden. But
Oh
I
no,
you know,
Ham Solo.
I
Go ahead,
What's
Sels.
up?
Oh, no, go
Go
ahead.
go
I
ahead.
was just saying. I was just saying for if I was gonna do by console for next month, Dead Space remake and possibly Forspoken on PlayStation. But I don't know. Let's see. There's so many. Okay, there are not a lot of. I guess there are not a lot of games for specific game like for certain people that go hard and play games and for me, I guess since I've considered more casual player because I'm more like immersed in my first person shooters and multiplayer and online play. So to me, I feel like I have a lot of options of games, but more in the sense of games that I can play on PlayStation because like I think Spicy Basil said, to me PlayStation is for that experience, that first person experience. Like I play games on there where I am driven into that story on my own. I don't really ever see myself playing anything online other than on my Xbox. So, it's just and I'm a new PlayStation owner, so I guess that's why I have more, choices in games. Like there's so many games that I've had friends recommend to me, so it's just like, oh my god, there's so many. So it's like that's why also I guess I feel like this whole, acquisition and it's just it's all gonna fall under like the kind of gamer that you are and how much it'll affect you then. I guess that's how I feel that why some people feel the way they feel about it. But I'm happy. I'm just hoping next year's good.
Yeah. Yeah. So X-Man
Oh,
says
yeah.
Crime Boss is gonna be a sleeper hit next year. I agree. Crime Boss is gonna do numbers. Spicy Basil, I see you, bruv. I see you. Let's carry on with the comments. Mr. Johnny Duck, I need the Returnal on PC to come out next month or February. They haven't given us a date yet. Mad likes games. I played Dead Space for the first time this summer. Got the remake pre-ordered already. Mr. Johnny Ducks, yeah, Forspoken should be forbidden. Ham should have waited. Damn.
No, I'm good. I played it without spending any extra money, and you guys are probably going to get a similar ending to what I got for an extra $70. I mean, Matt knows what it's like to pay for the same game multiple times. He got The Last of Us Part 1 not that long ago, and he beat The Last of Us multiple times, I think, before that. So, I mean, I'm just not into that. Like, if you're into beating the same game, like, just because it has a little bit more like textures or it looks a little bit better, but the end is still the end. If you're into that, have at it. I'm not. If I beat a game and then it comes out brand spanking new for a new console or 2 generations later, but it's the same thing I beat back then, I'm probably not itching to play it. I'm definitely not going to buy it I'm definitely not going to buy it full price. If I do get it, I'm going to get it on discount because I've already beat it.
Basically,
Yeah, and
you're saying I'm
go
a
ahead. I'm
psycho for
sorry.
getting Sifu on Xbox, even though I already got it on PlayStation.
Yeah, some people like to do that. If you like to do that, look, go ahead. I'm not telling you. I don't pocket watch.
Except Monster Hunter.
I'm too busy looking at my own pocket. I ain't pocket watching nobody else. I don't care.
I'll do that
I'm
for
not a big
Monster
fan
Hunter,
of
nothing
double
else.
dipping.
You know what is
But
the thing too? I just feel that like it's also with that argument of people who prefer to just buy the game and download it on their console and people who like to get the physical copy. And I know that we mentioned like I know when I had Behind Them Sticks with Ham Solo, like there's just some people that just prefer to buy that game because it's like if I'm spending $70 on a instant download, it's like, whoa, that's $70, but some people just want to have that physical copy on hand because for reasons that they just prefer it. They want something that's physically in their hands that was worth the amount of money that they spent. There's just some people that are like, I'm not gonna sit here and go and buy a game anymore. I'm just gonna download it. Um, that's how I I'm a downloader. I prefer, and
Well, this isn't
you
just
know,
about downloading games and whatnot. This is just about
mhm.
like a new iteration of maybe not the exact same, but damn near the same thing. And like I said, I'm cool to buy that, but not at full price.
Remake.
And
Yeah.
hard copy, digital, doesn't matter. I mean, hard copy is cool because I can actually physically hold it and show it and display it. It's a little bit more fun to own for sure. But at the end of the day, yo, if I can get this $20 digital and it's $70 physical, then I'm gonna get it, wherever it's cheaper. Same way the other way
Yeah.
around. I got Ghost of Tsushima $30 cheaper than I could have got it on I could have got it on the PlayStation Store just because I went to a like a mom and pop's like resale kind of store.
Oh, that's what happened with me with Ghost of Tsushima too. I was gonna buy it. It was full price online. Then I said, let me just go to Best Buy and see what's up. Like, regardless, I got it for like like almost $20 cheaper there than when I went to like the online to like the PlayStation Store. Like, I was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
And I wonder
just a PSA to anybody that has, their Series X or a PS5 physical. Make sure you guys hit them stores because those stores in town and whatnot, they always got cheaper games physical for the most part. You can usually find them there. It's easy to compare and contrast from the PlayStation app. I wish that was one thing that the Xbox app would allow you to do is to purchase games via their app. Because
that would be cool.
That's kind of annoying. You can do everything, it seems like, on the Xbox app, but buy a game.
Oh, and
off, be able to. That's what makes me sad.
The Xbox app works anywhere in Africa.
Off topic
Unlike
though,
the
they have the
PlayStation app.
Microsoft
What?
points
It
on
doesn't
the
work
Xbox app.
anywhere?
Mm-hmm.
And there's money in there, guys. Especially if you play a lot on your Xbox, if you go to the rewards, like one of my friends had like $50 just sitting there. So I think when you go to on console, you go to like redeem and stuff, and when you scroll down, it says like $1.25 gift card. And if you click it, it tells you all of the options that you're allowed up to depending on how many of points you've accumulated. And me, I didn't really have a lot, so I didn't get to really benefit from it. But like if you are hardcore on Xbox, like I would check that because my friend didn't even know and he had $50 just sitting there. There's some people that I know that had like 15, $20 and they would have never known until like our friend who found out he had the $50 told us. So just a heads up.
Cozy, what is the game that you are most excited for?
Ark.
Fall and Broken Roads.
What?
I thought she was going to say Monster Hunter Rise.
I am excited for Monster Hunter. Very excited for Monster Hunter. But the thing about Monster Hunter Rise is like, I know what I've already played it, so I already know what it's going to be. So it's not the most exciting.
Yeah, it's just new to Game Pass. It's not a brand new game.
Yeah. So, but definitely, I'm going to say go with probably Redfall and Broken Roads.
Broken Roads.
Yeah.
Interesting choice. Didn't see that one coming.
why
Quick point,
not?
Ham Solo. Forspoken. I'm predicting Forspoken is going to be Game of the Year. And anyone
You're
that
high.
says they don't
You
like
are
it,
high.
listen,
Get this pipe away from this gentleman.
let me finish.
All right, finish, please.
It's going to win Game of the Year at the PlayStation Showcase, and anyone that says they don't like it will be labeled a racist, transphobe, sexist, and all types of stuff, just like what they did to The Last of Us Part 2. I'm putting $10 on that one. Are you taking it?
No.
All right.
I mean, I mean, sure, yeah. I mean, if you think it's going to be Game of the Year, I'll take that bet against you.
And anyone that shows any type of dislike for it will be labeled an ist and a phobe, or ist or a phobe. Next,
Oh my god.
Cells. Who
Unnecessary.
do you?
Yeah.
Will Starfield release in 2023?
Yes. Yes. Yes, yes,
Why'd you
yes.
say it like
I was
that?
very,
Why'd
I
you
was
say
very
it like
confident.
that?
I was very confident.
No, I wasn't. No, I'm confident it's gonna come out. Yes.
I like when Mr.
Confidence
Joanna
gonna
Dark
come
said that. That's what Forspoken's gonna win.
Yes.
Some good old
Oh.
pocket lint.
Bro, I'm
Oh
telling you guys,
man.
I'm in the meetings with Jim Ryan and Jeff Keighley, guys. I know I'm talking about. All right? Forspoken is going to
Fox.
sweep it. Forspoken is going to win so
He said
many
he would.
awards. It's going to win so many awards. It's going to get close to The Last of Us Part 2. And anyone that doesn't like it will be labeled an ist and a phobe.
Speaking
it.
of being a ist or a phobe,
Can we at least play the
Oshus
game?
in the chat. Oshus in the chat is tripping right now. He said Atomic Heart is going to be the next Callisto Protocol. That is a gross.
Hey, what was wrong with Callisto Protocol?
It's not going to be anything like Atomic Heart. I tell you that much. You can actually
Apparently it's a
move.
walking.
you can
I
actually move
enjoyed it.
around fast in Atomic Heart. It looks like.
I enjoyed Callisto Protocol. And
It was
I feel
alright.
like I feel that maybe I mean, I take forever to play games because I want to like explore every single thing, and from what I heard before I played and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, it's such a short game and it's just like very linear." Like I understand that, but there were like certain little details that I really appreciated with the game. Like I understand maybe, you know, it was buggy and all that, but like for example, there was a part that I was stuck on that I needed to find a fuse to open a door, and I was, you know, looking and I found it, and I reacted to it like finally, you know? And Jacob's character said, "Oh, I get it now." So it was like at the same time I reacted in a similar way, and maybe I read into it, but that was cool. Like, and also like they had the vital machine monitors in the medical area of the of where they were. If you went up to it, like if you saw you walk by certain panels and everything, all of Jacob's information shows up on the screens, even on the vital machines, which are easy to miss because they're so thrown out, like out of place. But if you walk up to it, his I guess the core,
Thank
the
you,
what he
Umbra.
had,
I see you.
he
Continue.
he ended up yeah, for sure Umbra, $70. Could have been on Game Pass. But it was cool, those little details. He goes up to the vital machine and you actually see his vitals come up, and I was like walking away from it. I was like, "Oh, this really is his like blood pressure and stuff." I like those little things. So I guess that's why I enjoyed it. But you know, to each his own. $70 though?
All right, so Cozy, is
Yeah,
Starfield
Yeah.
coming out in 2023?
it's coming out in 2025.
Whoa!
See,
Why?
this lady knows what's up.
It's coming out
Cozy
in
knows what's up.
You
2025.
guys are high.
Why?
You guys are off
Yes,
the.
that's when it's
You
coming
guys are
out.
off the drugs.
So X-Men says I'm on that Drano. Dude, I'm telling you. Forspoken is the sacred cow. The main character is the right sex, the right skin color, and we're gonna find out they have the right sexual orientation when they start playing. And God help the man that criticizes this game. That's all I'm saying. Mr. Jonah Dark says Loke must be drinking something good to even say Forspoken win. You're crazy. You won't even win participation award. Damn,
Why?
they didn't even give this award. They didn't even give Horizon participation award.
Breath of the Wild too.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Ham, will Starfield release in 2023?
Yes. Yes, it will.
Simple, straight to the point.
Yeah.
All right.
Y'all
Infinite said,
tripping.
Infinite is asking what were your guys' personal game of the year. We talked about this last week, but quick refresher since Cells wasn't here. Cells, what was your game of the year?
You're muted.
My game of the year?
Yes.
Shoot.
Okay,
So
what are you
this
thinking on that?
year, as I'm thinking,
Yes.
I want to make sure I give a good answer.
You know it's
All right, cool.
yours.
It's cool. It's cool.
No, I'm really enjoying High on Life right now. Like that game has got me by the heart right now. I'm a big Justin Roiland fan. I love Rick and Morty, and that game matches my humor so much. And music is bomb on that. Like I need it on a soundtrack. Dialogue is crazy. Like I just really, really like appreciate that game right now. And I appreciate that when that game came out, how it brought like the Xbox community like together, and we were hyped because like we were hungry, we wanted something, you know? And I'm really enjoying it. Like it was so refreshing, and I just feel like to end the year like that with a game that everyone was enjoying, and as time went on people were grasping and were like, whoa, this is fun. It's a good way to get into 2023 for sure.
Woke.
He's
All right,
gone.
Cozy, what was your game of the year?
What did I say? Vampire Survivors? Because who am I kidding? It's the game I put the most time into. Oh no, I didn't.
Yeah, I don't remember that being it.
I said Immortality.
Oh yeah, you said that. That is exactly what you said. You're right. Because that triggered me just a little bit. That woke me up just a little bit just now. Yeah. Okay. Anyways.
Because I don't think you understand. Like, I literally started out just like not sure what I'm doing, just watching these like little clips. And then it's like interesting because you're watching both, 3 movies as they play out. The events that are happening surrounding the movies, and then some other stuff that's like with the subverted film. So you're watching all these things happen in no particular order, and then trying to sort them out in your head.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's definitely a game that you're mostly watching stuff. Cool.
And why would I like that and not cutscenes? Is that your next question?
That's kind of what I'm hinting at right now, because
Okay,
like you're like,
so
I can't stand cutscenes, but you're gonna watch a game that's a movie.
Here's the difference. I keep reiterating this to you. Once you throw in killing, I'm there to kill. I don't care what you have to say. I don't like the whole kill to the next cutscene. That feels very lazy to me. If you give me a whole different set of mechanics outside of just killing, then I can engage in your cutscene. Cutscenes really bother me when it's really just the main mechanic of the game is kill enemies. And watch cutscene, kill more enemies, watch cutscene. I don't enjoy that.
Okay. Fair enough, because you have said that before. But as for myself, game of the year had to be Elden Ring, just for the fact that, I mean, I hate, or I shouldn't say hate, I really don't like Souls games that much. And I beat that game. I beat it with myself. I helped other friends beat the game. Got tossed up sometimes going into battles with other people and whatnot. So it was definitely interesting. Definitely a game that I'm not usually into. So I'd have to give, in my opinion, I have to give that a game of the year. Thumbs up, because I know the next Souls game that comes out, probably Liza P, I'm probably not gonna like or play that near as much as what I played Elden Ring. Loke, are you back?
I've been back. I just been asking, can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? And no one's answering.
No
So
one can hear
Oh
you.
no,
No
now
one could hear you.
until now. Until
Christ.
right now, yeah.
You're acting like you can't hear
Alright.
me because we couldn't hear you.
You know what?
Sure.
Since I'm more of like first person shooter multiplayer, if there's a game that I'm ready for that is still in development but it's very like it looks very hopeful. There's this game called Dead Drop that's coming out. So streamer Dr. Disrespect, he's coming out with like his it's a multiplayer like battle royale first person shooter, like if Call of Duty and Halo and like had a love child and who knows, it's craziness. It takes place in the 80s. Like it's just gonna be crazy. Every 6 weeks he does like snapshots of where they are in development, and it's been very hopeful. So if I am ready for a game in that genre, it's definitely that one. There's a lot, and I appreciate his company, Midnight Society, because they've been on point with snapshots every 6 weeks. Here are developments, new screenshots, and even gameplay live. Like they'll stream gameplay and show like mechanics and how everything is looking. So, NFT. Well, I think with the NFT, you get access to play it now. Like if you purchase it, you get access to play it now. But I think that's just that case in the future. It's gonna release. I think it's gonna be cross-platform from what I read. But yeah, like if you wanted access to it now to play while it's in development, you have to purchase an NFT under whatever website they use for it. But that game's looking. It's insane. It's a huge building with like a bunch of floors, and that whole building is all where everyone's fighting. Like you're going up to different floors, you're like swinging through zip lines, getting to people. You can snipe from one floor to another. And in this recent snapshot, they were explaining proximity chat in the game. Like with the proximity chat, depending on the actual player's position, like they can be up on the third floor, and if they're calling out to you, that's how you'll hear it. So, like, if someone's talking shit to you, like, from the third floor, that's how it's gonna sound like, and it's just yeah, I'm just excited for that one too. Like, if for first person type.
Okay, Loke, are you still there?
No.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
No, we
I'm here.
can't tell because you're not on camera.
Yeah, you learned.
Yeah, dude, it is pitch dark right now. The only
Oh,
lighting I have in my room is the freaking laptop. So
you
if
just
I
not
turn
wearing
it on,
clothes. You know, you
Oh
can be honest.
no.
I just decided to get undressed. I was like, fuck
Yeah.
it, whatever. I'm naked right now. Plus the AC is not working. So
Don't nobody
Oh
want to hear
man.
that.
hey man, you're the one who's asking about the camera. Anyways, last left field question. Looking forward to the new year. Cells, what is your most outlandish prediction for 2023? Something that you know it's probably not going to happen, but would be wild if it did.
Spoken's game of the year.
Don't be stealing my
Got 'em.
predictions. Don't be stealing. Come on,
She
be
didn't
original.
steal it. She said that. No, she said the opposite of what you said.
You just said the opposite, something that you know it's not gonna happen, but would be crazy if it did. And I said Forspoken is game of the year.
Okay, all right. I'm taking that bet. All right, I'm putting a reminder. Ham Solo and Cells to take that L in next year December when Jeff Keighley is announcing it.
Or
No,
probably the deal
I
not
don't know where you got this confidence from. It's
or
pretty insane to me.
probably
Bro,
or
I just
probably the
told
deal
you the
not going
metrics.
through.
I already gave you the metrics. All right. Cutscene heavy, the right sex, the right gender,
the right skin color, it's a slam dunk.
It
You know
doesn't.
this.
It still
Don't
doesn't make
fight
any
it.
sense. You can continue to explain and
All
reiterate,
right,
but it still
fine,
doesn't make any
I
sense.
can
fine.
agree. I can agree though that it is those are very big like details and aspects to what drew me to want to play it when it comes out though, because it's involving inclusion, like having a female person of color who is a character, depending on the scenarios in which, in general, like it's been obvious that there have been way more roles where women are, the main character, and it's becoming more prevalent now. So that's why I
What are you talking
do.
about? She's the first one. She's the first female
He's
lead,
not
the
the
first female of color, the first. Oh my God, she's the best.
I don't no. She's not the first female.
No,
You're
Listen to him.
She's
Don't.
not the.
Heing getting.
She's
He's
not
messing
the
with you.
first
He's messing
female of
with
she's a
you.
color.
pioneer. She's a
Okay.
pioneer. All
Don't
She's
right,
listen
not
I
the
was
to him.
first
like,
Cozy.
female of color, though.
I was
Cozy,
like,
what is your most outlandish prediction?
Viva Pinata will be announced.
Damn, you know you've been capping for
whoa.
this game since we started the channel. Damn, I feel for you, cause I'm serious. Like if I worked at Microsoft, I would sit down with Phil and be like, bro, come on, come on.
The only one
She
though.
deserves it. Well,
I'm not even the only one. A lot of people like Viva Pinata.
yeah, no, but just for you, Cozy.
Yay!
Just for
Thank
you.
you. I matter as a human.
Oh my God. Sir X-Men says Tomb Raider will always be better than Forsaken. Look at you. Sir X-Man, you're a black man capping for a white woman. Come on, man. Come on.
You tripping.
Did you really just put on that accent? And golly.
Ham, what's your most outlandish prediction for 2023?
Um, that Sony will stop the deal from going through.
That's not outlandish. I think I agree.
Yeah, it is.
That's a hot one. Cozy, you know why? You know why that's a hot one? I actually forgot to read this out to you guys, but this is very key. Uh I'm reading from the article on Game Rant about Chile approving the acquisition. To acquire Activision Blizzard, Microsoft needs the approval of 16 countries that will review the deal and judge whether it risks creating an antitrust situation where Microsoft has an unfair competitive advantage over its competitors. All countries count for one vote. So, even if the UK says no, even if the United States says no, they only need 16. So, that's a very hot one, Ham Solo. That is piping hot. Seriously. Jeez, I was expecting some fire and you brought lava. Well done, man. Jesus. Okay.
Touche.
So let's go to the notable tweets. Cells, in this section, I'll read out a tweet and you, Cozy, and Ham Solo
Oh yeah.
will give your thoughts on this tweet.
Okay.
And it's
Someone
just one
mentioned
tweet.
someone mentioned
Well,
in the chat if it was really 9 p.m. No, my clock died. And I haven't put new batteries in it. So it's definitely 5:45 where I'm at. It's just there for aesthetic purposes now.
Wow. Wow. I don't even know what to say.
All right.
That out there.
Look.
so the Ash2X says, I think the logic that it's the potential customer's fault if the product doesn't sell and not the fault of the company is pretty unique. You only see that in gaming. He was referring to people talking about, oh, but these games don't sell on Xbox. It's talking about JRPG specifically. So the person's replying saying, only in gaming do you see shit like it's the customer's fault and not the the platform or the company selling said products. Cells, what's your take on this one? Because it's a narrative that it's been alive for a long time.
Yeah, we gotta
Wait,
keep
so
this kind of brief too, because I gotta get going here in like 14 minutes.
sure.
Yeah, we're
Just
gonna
to
get into quiz
reiterate,
time as well.
just to reiterate, you said that someone tweeted that it's the customer's fault why games aren't successful.
No, the narrative. All right.
Huh.
If you've been on Twitter for I don't know 5 minutes, the narrative from every single person that caps specifically for PlayStation is that games are a lot of the developers prefer to go to PlayStation because the games sell better on PlayStation. So, uh, the issue came up once again. It comes up every 5 minutes, literally, seriously. And someone replied saying, I think the logic that it's the potential customer's fault if the product doesn't sell and not the fault of the company is pretty unique. You only see that in gaming. Go ahead.
I don't agree with that. Because it just depends on what game they want and if it's exclusive to the console or not. Like sometimes it could be that you're limited to what you have to buy because of, and then there's just people that just have their preference, but I don't think it's a consumer's fault. They're just gonna go and buy it where it's available.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Cozy, do you agree with this tweet?
Cozy's not at her seat.
Okay. Ham, do you agree with this tweet?
Well, how are you ever? Well, see, the way I kind of look at it is like, yo, you guys are very inconsistent with dropping things on the Xbox. One time you'll drop something, and then the next time you'll skip it. So it's almost like you're saying, yo, remember that you can play this game, and then, oh, you can't play the next one. You got to play it over here. It's kind of like they're doing it to themselves a little bit as a game company. I mean, sure, you might not get as much sales somewhere than another place, but
So are you arguing that if they didn't skip Xbox as often, they would have comparative sales numbers?
they could. They'd had more potential to do that. Like what I'm saying is, I don't
Doesn't it
think
depend where they live as well too, like their region? Depending
that's a
on
low
like
Sorry?
question.
like
No. The games that get lots of localization issues, surprisingly, are American games, not
Yeah.
Japanese games.
Proud to be an American, or at least I know I'm.
You know what, Cozy? I'm not even
American.
gonna ask
I
you
know
what
you
your
know
take
all
is
the
on this.
lyrics.
yeah.
Oh God.
As a proud Texan, you must know all the lyrics.
Okay, quiz time. I'm not even gonna ask who's going first. I'm just dictating today. Cells, you're going first. Ham's second. Cozy's last. Cells,
it is.
on quiz time, I will make a statement and ask true or false, and you will confirm true or false. You have a 50% chance of getting it right.
Jesus.
Any questions?
Absolutely not. You remind me of my
so
professor.
what he's not telling you is he is extremely slippery with his questions. So there might be like a day off that he is
Yeah.
like, so like something
Or a
may
year
come
off.
out on the 25th and he'll say the
You don't
24th.
sound like you're in a rush,
Or
Ham
he'll
Solo.
add a plural on something
I'm-
when it's
you know,
You was
singular.
out here talking
I'm just
about
being
you in a
res-
rush. You don't sound like you're in a
You
rush,
trying to
bruv.
catch me slipping over here?
He's
Yes,
gonna try to
that's-
catch.
it's
I
just
mean,
for-
that's what he's looking to do.
Fraud
Go to hell,
alert.
Against
Lo.
him.
Fraud
hell.
check.
Last week he refused to acknowledge he was wrong.
I didn't refuse. I couldn't find any evidence, and then I did
Couldn't
some
find any
research,
evidence that you were
and I
right.
took the L. If you were on the show at the beginning, you
I
would have
was.
realized
I'm just
that
gonna.
I said
I'm never gonna let you
that I
live it down that you were
recognized what
wrong.
happened last week. This is not Groundhog Day. Cozy. All right. This is
Look
New
was
Year's
wrong.
Day or one day before New Year's Day. Settle the hell down.
The
Viper says,
chat
let's
is
not
even
forget that
saying
Loke was
too.
wrong last time.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, Viper, you only wrote that because you came in late, bruv. You need to start showing up on time. Seriously. Dude,
Well,
you're only
just to
perpetuating
recap,
the stereotype.
he said
Viper,
that
you're
Forspoken is
Oh,
only
going to be
stop
Game of
it.
the Year.
Stop
perpetuating the
it, Loke.
stereotype
Stop
that
it,
we're
Loke.
late for stuff. You're only perpetuating the
Oh
stereotype.
my
I'm serious,
god.
dude.
That's
I'm serious. You
unnecessary.
need to show
Oh,
up on time. You need to show up on time to stop embarrassing everybody.
Oh
All
my
right,
god,
so
Loke.
let's
You're
get to
embarrassing
it.
yourself.
so he really
I'm
reminds
fresh.
me of
I'm
my
chilling.
professor. Like, this is how my professor used to like speak to us in class. Like, if you walked in late, he's going to be like, well, I can't say you're going to pass this test if you want to walk in here late. And then
Okay,
goes
hold
pop
on.
quiz.
Hold on. Were you late or not?
Ooh,
You said if you walked in late, he would say
Oh my
blah blah
god. Why
blah.
are you
My question
dragging
is,
this?
oh
were
no,
you
Just
I
get
late?
to the
was
first
not.
question.
No, but I witnessed people walking in late and I
But
had
okay,
secondhand
were they late?
embarrassment. Of course
Were
they
they
were.
late?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. This professor of yours, I think he's on to something. Um,
I mean, they
so
should
let's
Question
walk
get
in.
one.
to it. Let's try. Let's try. Cells. Brazil's regulatory body equivalent to the CMA is named CADE for short. CADE. True or false?
False.
It's true. Ham Solo.
Dang, you missed that one. That was
Ham
okay.
Solo.
I'm
Chile.
not good at
Chile's
acronyms.
Ham Solo. Chile's regulatory body equivalent to the CMA is named CECD for short. True or false?
Uh, false.
Correct. It is named FNE, which stands for Fiscalia Nacional Económica.
This is hard.
Hold on.
I
So
want another question.
Ham's
You'll
the
get
first
one.
one on the board. Cozy.
Yes.
Mike Ibarra is the president of Overwatch. True or false?
False.
Correct. He's the president of Blizzard Entertainment. Cells. Overwatch began with 21 original characters at launch. True or false?
True? Overwatch. Is it true?
That was that was a very fast response. Well done. True. Ham Solo.
Okay.
Microsoft has said it will recognize the unions should its 72 billion purchase of Activision Blizzard ultimately go through. True or false?
It wasn't 72 billion. Well,
True or false, Ham Solo?
I'm gonna say false because you gave the wrong number.
Correct.
See, this is the kind of trickery he
Cozy.
does. This is Snake. He's a
Cozy.
snake.
He got it right.
He's a
For
Texan snake.
Christ's sakes. For Christ's sakes. He got it right. And you're still bitching. Christ on a stick in Rome. What do you people want? Jesus. Cozy. Emil Pagliarulo is the lead artist for Starfield. True or false?
True.
False. He's the lead designer for Starfield. Cells. Swiss luxury brand Tag Heuer are producing 2 new Mario Kart themed watches. The chronograph version of the watch is selling for $4,300, while the chronograph Turbulon version
Oh my
is
god.
going for a whopping $20,000. True or false?
Fuck.
Take your time. It's not like anyone in the chat can Google it and then put it in the chat.
Oh yeah, you were supposed to tell her that she can't look it up as well.
Wait, she was looking it up?
I don't know. She's muted right now, so we can't even hear what she's saying.
Wait, 20 grand?
First off, were you looking it up?
I'm not looking it up at all. I don't like.
All right, so I'll read the question again.
Yeah.
Swiss luxury brand Tag Heuer are producing 2 new Mario Kart themed watches. The chronograph version of the watch is selling for $4,300, while the chronograph Tourbillon version is going for a whopping $20,000. True or false?
I don't know. That sounds too much false.
Okay, first off, it's false, but it's not too much. It's the real price is $25,600.
It's still too much
But
for
you get
me.
the point. But you get the point. Cozy
Yeah.
Cells on 2 points, Ham's on 2 points, Cozy is still on 1. Ham, in the Yakuza franchise, Takeshi Kido is an ally of Shin Akiyama.
Shit.
True or false?
Shit.
Shun
You're an
Akiyama,
ass.
sorry.
You
Shun
first.
Akiyama.
That doesn't matter what the name is. I
Dude,
don't
when you
fucking know.
say I'm an ass, when you say I'm an ass, you're you need to specify. All right?
You
'Cause
are a pancake butt.
Donkey.
How about that?
All right then. All right then. Because when you say ass, it might be, the nice one. So it's not really an insult. Answer the question.
You are
Hamsol.
a hairy dude's ass.
Damn.
All
Right after he left the gym.
Anyways,
Full of sweat.
I'm gonna say
Right in between.
I'm gonna say true.
Harry Swamp Ass.
Correct.
Yes. I had no idea.
Christ.
I had no idea about that one.
Yeah, you got that one correct. Cozy, by March 27th, 2010, Yakuza 3 had sold more than 905,000 copies. True or false?
True.
Correct.
Jeez.
Cells. Returnal has been confirmed to be coming to PC June 2023. True or false?
True.
False. There is no
Wait.
date.
Wait, yes, there's
What?
no date?
They said
2023.
They said 2023.
Trick
I said June.
question.
Yeah. Ham, Bobby Kotick has been the CEO of Activision
be
Blizzard
before.
since 1991. True or false?
I'm gonna say false because I thought it was earlier than that.
Oh, dude, you were batting 1,000, dude. It's actually true.
Damn, I
You
thought
were
it was
batting
earlier than that.
1,000. Oh, you were batting 1,000. Cozy.
Yeah.
Black Ops 3 sold 1 billion in 15 days. True or false?
False.
It's true.
True.
Cells. Okay, so last round of questions. Cells is on 2. Ham Solo has 3. Cozy is on 2. So Cells and Cozy need to score 1 point to have a chance to draw with Ham. If Ham gets his right, then he's won already. Cells.
You might as well ask them two first, then.
Yeah, I'll do that. Cells. In 2020, StarCraft was inducted into the World Video Game Hall of Fame. True or false?
True.
False. It was 2021.
Cells looks so disappointed.
I'm
Cozy.
not good with dates. Like, I know things happened, but I'm not good at remembering when. So I'm just.
Come on, Cozy. You got
Yeah?
this, Cozy. You got
Cozy.
this, Cozy.
For the draw, Need for Speed Unbound currently
True.
has a metric. Correct.
That was so awesome.
That was some
She didn't-
BS.
Damn. But let me finish the
Touche,
question just in case anyone's curious. Need for Speed Unbound currently has a Metacritic score of 77 for the PS5 console. Yes, that is true. Ham Solo, Try and pull a cozy, man, if you want. I don't
You're
know.
finna ask me
The
some crazy ass question. Let's go.
dude, you can't just win the year on just freaking anything. I can't be asking you how many. Okay, anyway, Ham Solo. The Street Fighter 6 comic series will run for 12 issues. True or false?
False.
Dub. Correct. It's 4 issues. Ham Solo wins
Oh yeah.
the last quiz time of the year, increasing his lead to 11 on the year. Cozy's got 6 wins. K Mega 1. Daniel Haythorne 1. Strawbecker 1. Cassie Cage, the legend, also 1. Ham, since you won, you've got your 1 minute to
Ark
rant and rave about
Survival
what.
Evolved 2 is gonna be the
Right.
greatest game that
Right.
comes to console and PC in 2023. All of you suckers out there that were talking all this trash about Ark, including you, Loke, Matt Likes Games, all you busters out there that were hating on this Vin Diesel experience, are finna be at the Game Awards next year saying, "Forspoke who? Breath of the what? Spider
Who?
what?
Oh, settle down. Settle down.
Who are these guys? Because the only person I know is Vinny D and the family.
Oh,
You
God.
know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and cut my minute short because I think I said enough.
Actually, it was a minute and
Oh
7
wow.
seconds.
I still can't get over
Um,
Cozy just getting the answer with before that's
yeah,
like
yeah.
skills right there. That
Ham
was
Shout
Solo,
great.
out.
screw you for triggering
Wow,
me.
I
Seriously,
do.
man. I hate you. I hate you for triggering me, man. What the hell was that? Anyway, the last point for the year. I didn't write anything down because I wanted to come off the cuff for this one. It's been a great year for gaming, guys. It's been a great year for people that are not fanboys of any console. If you're in it just to play great stuff from Elden Ring to Sifu, High on Life, Vampire Survivors, I'm sure I've missed a whole bunch.
Yeah, especially Horizon
It's
Forbidden
been
West.
Forgotten West, more like. It has been amazing. From crazy creative YouTubers like Oh No It's Alex to 21 Kiloton. It has just been fantastic. And for anyone out there that is just down on gaming as a whole because their box didn't give them the thing that everyone else says it should have given them, ask yourself this: are you happy? Not your favorite YouTuber, not your favorite tweet drama farmer. Are you happy? Are you satisfied with what you got? If you're happy, then bump everything else, dude. Because it's your money, it's your time, it's your enjoyment, really. So if you're happy, forget everyone else. Have a blast and get ready for 2023. We hope to have you in our company next year. Thank you for listening.
Aw, that was so sweet.
Was it?